it's been wonderful to see when NIL first created a buzz among student athletes, naturally, I can get paid. Where's my money? What can I get? And what we've seen at Virginia Tech and what we think is the real innovation here that we haven't really seen as much anywhere else is the community engagement. Our student athletes have really switched their paradigm from what do I get to what can I do.
Funding for this program comes from Partners in Financial Planning, a Southwest Virginia-based financial management firm. Evolution HR, dedicated to increasing your value in the market. And Friendship.
Who are you texting?
Just Nana.
Is she doing okay?
Mom, she's fine.
With additional support from the American Advertising Federation of Roanoke. They're not the rich and famous. Their profit comes not from the thing they sell, but the good they do. Our nation has more than 1.5 million nonprofits that employ 1 out of 10 Americans, providing services that otherwise go unfulfilled, keeping our community connected when all else fails. But nonprofits often lack the tools to properly promote themselves, to inspire more donors and volunteers and clients to their cause. That's where I come in. I've been in the nonprofit world for nearly 20 years. I connect nonprofits with marketing professionals who donate their time and expertise so that, at the end of the day, these life-giving organizations can do more, do better, by creating more, that's right, buzz. Virginia Tech sports fans are understandably passionate about how its teams perform on the court and field. But for many nonprofits throughout Virginia, there is as much enthusiasm for what the Hokies are doing away from the games to help their missions in the community. And that is due to a nonprofit in and of itself, the Hokie Way. On today's episode of Buzz, we are going to feature head football coach Brent Pry, women's basketball coach Kenny Brooks, and 2 of my favorite Hokies, Liz Kitley and Sean Padula, in hopes we can help the Hokie Way score more buzz of its own.
I'm Jim Petrine. I'm president of the Hokie Way board, founder. I graduated in civil engineering in 1980 out of Virginia Tech.
My name is Matthew Sams, and I'm the director of operations for the Hokie Way. I went to school here. I've grown up in Southwest Virginia, and Virginia Tech's always been a second home to me, if not a 1B.
I'm Kelly Woolwine, CEO of Triumph NIL. I am a proud Virginia Tech alum and a Virginia Tech fan in all ways, class of 1990.
I've been a passionate Virginia Tech fan for many, many years. I met my wife here at Virginia Tech, and we both bleed orange and maroon. We've been involved with the university on multiple levels for many years.
Yeah, so NIL, name, image, and likeness, back in 2021 was deemed legal in the U.S. for college athletes to benefit and profit on their brands, essentially. And the way we've done that at Virginia Tech is to create nonprofit opportunities where student athletes can do service, they can do amplification for fundraising events, do appearances, and really use their likeness, use their brand to amplify the mission of charitable organizations around us.
Why is NIL necessary? Necessary is an interesting word. I don't know. You probably would have a better argument, and it's not an argument for me to make, that it's probably more out of fairness. College athletics, billion-dollar industry, whatever it is, and the men and women who are stars of the show are not really getting anything directly out of that. They get the education, and that's not insignificant. But I think there was probably a lot of people that felt like that was still disproportionate. If you and I are college students, we can have a job. We can sell things, we can sell posters, we can sell jerseys, but the athletes couldn't. I think that's better, that they can use their name, image, and likeness more as they see fit. I think that's a fair equation so far.
I knew a lot of people actually had a negative image of name, image, and likeness when it first came about. And I maybe did it a little bit too. Everybody gets the idea of pay for play. But that is not what this is. And I really felt like we could do a positive way of doing this. And we came up with this idea, which I think is a great way of following in the tech motto of Ut Prosim.
Ut Prosim is one of our tenets at Virginia Tech. It's one of the things we stand on the most, that I may serve. And I think this fan base, this alumni base, the people in Southwest Virginia who appreciate and love Virginia Tech want to feel that Ut Prosim piece of how we're doing our work. And so that's been a great opportunity through the Hokie Way to create Ut Prosim based focus around our student athletes and NIL and how those things merge together. The Hokie Way currently serves 8 nonprofits, and we have 2-year partnerships in place with them. First is American Heart Association. Second is Boys and Girls Clubs of Southwest Virginia. Third is Eastmont Community Foundation. Fourth is Feeding Southwest Virginia. Fifth is Life Ring Foundation. Sixth is Roanoke Prevention Alliance. Seventh is Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southwest Virginia. And eighth, the Special Olympics of Virginia. We're currently in process of adding a 9th partner, and that's Vittles for Vets based in Radford, and they provide services for veterans who need food and other services around their life.
For Kelly Woolwine, his love of Virginia Tech is just part of the story. The Hokie Way is personal for him because of one of its nonprofit partners, the Life Ring Foundation, which he and his wife started amidst heart-rending pain.
On September 27th, 2018, our 3-year-old daughter, Charlotte, we thought she had a stomach bug. We walked into our pediatrician appointment. By that night, we were admitted into the hospital. She'd had 2 surgeries. We were diagnosed with a pediatric liver cancer, hepatoblastoma, stage 4, spread to both lungs, and told that the outlook was not good. We probably weren't going to be around very long. Within 36 hours, our perfect world, parents, young kids, every day's Christmas, to, already getting chemo, having port implanted. And that started an immersion for us in the culture of pediatric cancer. Pediatric cancer, it's not like all cancer, right? It's not a broken arm. You go get your cast, you fixed, you go home. We've been at it now for 5 years. I'm thrilled to say that Charlotte is still around. She's known as the Unicorn Warrior Princess. She's a miracle child. 5 years in, she looks great. She's in school. But in that 5 years, being immersed in that culture, we've gotten to know some other families and some other children who did not have access necessarily to the same resources that we did, and they're not here anymore. And I was very fortunate that I was doing some consulting work with Virginia Tech and the Fralin Biomedical Research Institute in Roanoke, and knew people in the cancer research world, and you just go to all the big brains. Where is the center of the universe for this disease? I'd never even heard of it. I didn't even know how to spell it. And we determined that the best team for hepatoblastoma, in Charlotte's case, our best bet was Cincinnati Children's. My family lived in Cincinnati for the better part of 2 years so that we could be treated at Cincinnati Children's. And not everybody can do that. We would like to make it, as Carillion would like to make it possible, that we have more abundance of resources, more advanced resources, so that more families can stay home in the village on that fight and help more kids win that fight. And so the Life Ring Foundation is dedicated to that now. It's really bringing awareness to the needs of pediatric cancer and hopefully the actual resources. One of the great things that's happened is bringing the name, image, and likeness platform into the world of pediatric cancer, and the athletes are very open to and excited to bring their voice and their popularity to this. And so now we have these student athletes who are helping us raise awareness for this need. And you bring both of those things together, these athletes can be compensated and have benefit from using their name, image, and likeness, but what they're really most excited about is what they're talking about. So that's been really good for us to bring those two platforms together.
I'm Liz Kitley. I'm a grad student here at Virginia Tech, and I'm on the women's basketball team. NIL played a pretty big role in my decision to return to Virginia Tech. It was something that me and Coach Brooks talked a lot about last year, just the possibilities that our success could have and the opportunities that it would bring to me. And especially with the next level of women's basketball not being as secure or reliable as NIL is, honestly. So the benefits that I could get from that could even outweigh what's at the next level.
Having the Hokie Way on our side, being indoctrinated into what Virginia Tech is, has really helped us a lot. And in particular with Elizabeth Kitley, had an opportunity to go play professionally and could have started her career. And she chose to come back to Virginia Tech, not only because she loves Virginia Tech, but through organizations like the Hokie Way, she's able to give back. And it's not just, hey, what the NIL is offering her profit-wise. She's able to give back. She's a caring young lady. She has a sister that has special needs, and in any way that she can help with her name, her image, and her likeness to help a cause, especially for charity, she's all for it. And so I think it's a win-win situation, and I think that's what the NIL opportunities are for.
For the Life Ring Foundation, I got to film a commercial for them, which was really exciting, and hopefully that'll be seen by a lot of people to raise awareness and hopefully raise funds for that whole foundation. And also I'm hoping to have a more hands-on approach. Also, I really want to go see some kids if that's possible and just visit them, and whether they're fans or not, I can just serve as a role model to them, hopefully, and just make a good impact directly.
I've often told Elizabeth that she was born in a golden age of NIL, because the NIL has come along and is giving women in particular a platform that they never had. The fans have gotten to know her on a personal level. They watched her grow from a clumsy freshman to this magnificent basketball player that she's become, and she's very approachable. Very approachable. You can see her in the Kroger, you can see her, somewhere out eating, and she's going to give you the time of day. And I think that connection, it really, really helps with the NIL, and I think that brings in more companies, that gives them more exposure, and when they get that, then you're able to see what marvelous athletes these young ladies are. And so I think it's a win-win situation for both parties.
Virginia Tech has brought me so many opportunities and made me such a better person in so many different ways, and I just don't think that I would have gotten to the level of success or become as good of a person at any other place. This was just the best fit for me, and I think the fact that I decided to stay for an extra year when a lot of people didn't make that choice really just shows how important it is to me and the good that I think it's doing for me and my career and just as a whole in a person. Helping those that need it and the less fortunate is something that I would just love to do and continue to do for the rest of my life. So starting now is a great place.
Uprosum, and that's where every day I walk into my office, before I get to my office, there's a big sign, and that I may serve Uprosum. And that's something that we built our foundation, that's what we built our program based off of. And that's why we got to the level that we got to last year. Were we the most talented team? Probably not. Were we one of the top 4 talented teams? Maybe not. But what we had kids who were willing to sacrifice, kids who didn't care who got the glory, and they were all willing to just go and serve each other. And as a result, wonderful things happen. And that's why I think organizations like the Hokie Way, they set that same example. And our kids can, what Virginia Tech stands on, what Virginia Tech women's basketball stands on, and it leads into their NIL opportunities where they can have the same type of mindset.
Name, image, and likeness is as important as anything we do. As important as facilities, as budgets, as staff hires. It's right there at the top of the list. It's on the forefront of every recruit, family, and our players currently on our roster. Everybody wants a platform where they can enhance their brand, profit off their name, image, and likeness, and find ways to build relationships, give back to businesses, charities in our community.
My name is Fadarius Payne, senior at Virginia Tech, and I play defensive line. I grew up in the Tidewater area, north of Portsmouth and Suffolk, and I went to the Boys and Girls Club in downtown Suffolk. And thanks to Boys and Girls Club, college, it was reachable, it was visible, because where we're from, it's either shipyard, the Navy, the military in general, or just the workforce. And the apprenticeship, the shipyard. My time in Boys and Girls Club, we visited a lot of schools during the summer, and we did a lot of summer camps. But when they took us in the summertime to go visit UVA and Virginia Tech, it was very eye-opening. We saw the cafeterias, the dorms, and just the life. Like, it was different from the 757 area, because 757 is very city-like. And it was like, wow, these are what college towns look like, and it really opened up a different perspective to us.
At Virginia Tech, I want these guys to make as much money as they can off their name, image, and likeness. I want their brand to be unbelievable, where our local community, businesses, charities want these guys endorsing what they're doing, want that relationship.
Really, the community service part of the NIL, I really like that. Like, I get to go and help people from the community, because growing up, I was always in the community service. My dad served 22 years in the military, so he always was big into giving back to the community.
We talk a lot about it in the recruiting process. You know, coming here and being selfless, being community-minded, giving back. There's all kinds of avenues at Virginia Tech to do that. And through the Hokie Way, an opportunity to make a profit off your name, image, and likeness, but also give back to our community. I don't know that it gets better than that.
This summer, around 4th of July, I went to the Eastmount Community Foundation 5K, and that was wonderful. Like, I really enjoyed myself, and it was just big. And you could tell it was very tight-knit, and the kids were going around, was racing. We was able to handle the little medals of first place, and you could just tell they took it serious. It was like a big thing around there. They got times to beat, they got records, and it was an amazing thing to be a part of.
The relationships that our players have an opportunity to develop and grow with local business leaders, local charitable organizations. That's life after football. Those experiences, you can't put a price tag on them. So certainly there's some monetary gain now, there's a profit now for these guys, it's important, but also the relationships within our community, that's gonna pay tenfold.
I don't look at myself as a role model. I look at myself as a normal, just human being able to be blessed with this opportunity to play football. And I know the people in this area really look up to me and these athletes, Virginia Tech athletes in general. So for us to show our face and Hokie Way to be able to help us is major.
I'm Carol Robertson. I'm the Virginia Tech women's golf coach. I know football and basketball were on the forefront of that being a big recruiting help to them, but it is coming our way, so the sooner that we can get our student athletes involved with that, the better. So if we could make 6 scholarships into 7, 8, 9, that means that's more talent that we're able to bring in because our funds can reach further. All of our athletes come in with a big community mindset. We spend a lot of time in our off season giving back to the community, and to know that we could be integrated into the Hokie Way would be just twofold a great thing for our program, to not only continue giving to the community, but also be able to help our student athletes.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Meadows. I'm the CEO of Boys and Girls Club of Southwest Virginia, and today we're at Roanoke Country Club celebrating the 24th Delta Dental Pro-Am for kids. We are still tallying the donations and the contributions, but we're on track. We're predicting about $125,000 raised with this 2-day event, and those funds really go to support our summer camp programming that is either free or very low cost to families. Yeah, so we were really grateful to be selected as one of the Hokie Way's partners for the year. So our kids, they have such big dreams, but they don't always get to see people living their dreams. And so to get to see these other young people who are living their dreams and accomplishing these amazing things is really inspiring for them, especially when they get to spend a little time with them in such an individual basis like they did today. They get to hear their stories and how they worked hard and what they did to overcome obstacles to reach their goals. And that just means a whole lot to our children.
My name is Sean Padula. I go to Virginia Tech and I play basketball there.
Hi, I'm Jalen Lane. I play wide receiver here at Virginia Tech, just transferred in. I'll be a senior, and I'm from Clover, South Carolina.
I'm from a large family, so I love being around kids, and this is like a great opportunity to be around kids, even though I'm far away from home. So the Boys and Girls Club, charity events, stuff like that, it's kind of just giving me a taste of home, and it's a great opportunity for me to kind of go back to my roots.
You know, this year was the first, big NIL opportunity that I got. You know, coming from Middle Tennessee State, it's a smaller school. They don't have, honestly, they're getting a lot now, but, you know, at the beginning of it, we didn't have a lot of opportunities to get those NIL deals as you do at bigger schools. But, you know, coming here, you know, just getting to do stuff like this, being able to have an impact on kids like at the Boys and Girls Club.
Especially for kids like this who maybe don't grow up in the best environments or in the best homes, and maybe they just ask us questions and see what life is like for us and realize that we're going through very similar problems ourselves.
The biggest thing I want to do, like, throughout my life is, you know, leave an impact. And, you know, what I've been taught growing up is, you know, your legacy is very important. How you treat other people is very important. So, you know, like, partnering with the Hokie Way is a big reason why I'm out here today, even just because I know that it's for a great cause. And I know, like, what I'm doing today could possibly impact someone. So
it's obviously nice to have things and to get stuff for what you do, but it's also nice to see people light up and to see yourself make other people happy. And this event with the Hokie Way and Boys and Girls Club is a prime example of that. Just seeing the kids smile and seeing them talk to someone who might be their role model. I don't know if I'm the role model to them, but someone else might be, and seeing them ask questions and seeing them get a little nervous too. Like, it's just exciting to see. And it's funny because I remember I was in their same shoes, like looking up to college athletes. So it's definitely a nice reflection.
It's funny, when I was at MT, we played at Lane in 21, and the atmosphere is crazy. Like, I remember the opening kickoff, he had a good return, and the crowd was so loud, my ears started hurting a little bit. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm excited, and I'll be glad that they're cheering for me this time instead of against me, so yeah, definitely.
I'm Pamela Irvine, President and CEO of Feeding Southwest Virginia. We're at George Carver School today. We're here in Salem. We're here with the Hokie Way and the Boys and Girls Club, and here at the Kids Farmers Market. And it's a great opportunity for children to purchase fruits and vegetables, have the power of choosing their own, and then increase their math skills. So the Hokie Way is a great way to be able to partner in the communities where we serve. And this is a second opportunity for us. The students are having a great time. And of course, the children that are here today want their own personal Virginia Tech Hokie Way shopper to walk with them. And when they see them and they engage in the conversations, the smiles, even before they get to the food, it's just incredible.
Hey, my name is Bryce Hamdonian. I'm a senior here at Virginia Tech, and I wrestle.
Hi, I'm Tori Powell. I'm a rising senior, and I'm a forward on the Virginia Tech women's soccer team.
Hello, my name is Lauren Gogol. I'm a rising junior at Virginia Tech studying finance, and I play soccer.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Skinner. I play goalkeeper on the women's soccer team, and I'm going into senior year.
Hi, my name is Victoria Haugen. I'm going to be a senior at Virginia Tech, and I play women's soccer for Virginia Tech.
What's going on? I'm Carson DiMartini. I'm a junior here at Virginia Tech. I play baseball, and I also play third base.
I actually have a nonprofit with a couple other student athletes called Planting Progress. It's actually very similar to what y'all are doing here today. We built a garden outside of a local middle school, and the kids got to learn about the health benefits, and they get to watch it grow, and we're hoping to expand onto other schools, other places possibly, and just help give better produce, better education, and healthier opportunities for the young children.
Recently, I just did a nonprofit organization with Life Ring Foundation. We got to hang out with some kids with pediatric cancer and those who have survived it, so just hanging out with them for a day was a great day.
Yeah, throughout high school, I had to work with an organization called Top Soccer. This is probably one of my favorite events. I was working with kids with disabilities, and it gave me just a chance to do something that I love and give back to the community that gave me so much.
So actually, I grew up working with Operation Smile, which is a small nonprofit, or actually a big nonprofit out of Virginia Beach. They go around the country, third world countries, fixing cleft palates and cleft lips. And really they do it for kids that can't afford these surgeries. These surgeries are very expensive. So we raise money. We've been on bike rides and done various fundraising events to kind of fundraise for these people.
My sister's boyfriend of 3.5 years, Rylan Harris, he was 17 years old. He got diagnosed with glioblastoma. He passed away on September 15th in 2021, so that was a really hard loss for his family and my family too. So kind of going in researching more about pediatric cancer, there's not enough funding, so just being in an environment where they're spreading awareness for that and kind of raising money to bring that funding up is amazing, and there's no place I'd rather be, so yeah.
I know I got a chance to kind of talk with one of the kids here. He took him through, and then we sat down and played some games, and he was like, as they were leaving, he was like, oh, well, maybe I'll see you later, or maybe I'll come to a game this year. So I mean, it's really nice being able to make an impact in these kids' lives.
And it's really rewarding to have that hands-on experience. It's one thing to just help in your community, but to be there with the kids, creating your own relationship, and just seeing the actual progress right in front of you is really awesome.
For me, I think a huge opportunity when I was in high school was just having other kids come and just seeing that even student athletes at a high level were giving back to their community, coming back and kind of giving me a path in a way, and seeing and being able to find someone to look up to. So I want to be able to do the same for students here, because I think in my life that made a huge impact, and if I can just do even a fraction of something that I received, I'd like to do the same for these kids.
I know that they bring a joy to my day, and hopefully I can just bring a joy to theirs. There you go, you get $2.
Look at that. Big old tomato.
Oh, you know what? Never had a, they're going to challenge each other division problems.
Wait, what division? Stop here first. And
then we get. Nice job.
Are you going to do this now?
I'm a 44.
1, 2, 3. And one more time. 1, 2, 3.